Distractions are everywhere nowadays. Here are 6 ways to eliminate them so you can focus and get more done. Number 1 is the Unhook Chrome extension. This is a free browser plugin, and basically all it does is removes the recommended videos on the right side of the screen whenever you're watching a YouTube video. It can also remove recommended videos from YouTube home screen. It can remove the shorts feed, comments, and there's a bunch of other settings you can play around with. But the big one is removing the recommended videos, because this allows you to continue using YouTube as a powerful search engine and educational tool, which it definitely is, but it eliminates the risk of getting stuck down those recommended video rabbit holes. You know those times whenever you see a bunch of videos you like on the side, so you open them all up in their own tabs, and then each of those tabs has their own recommended videos, and then next thing you know, 3.5 hours has gone by. We've all been there, so try this out and let me know how it goes. Number 2 is setting your phone screen to grayscale. This basically makes your phone feel like reading a newspaper. It's way less engaging and stimulating having everything in black and white. It's kind of like watching one of those old black and white movies. It's really boring and hard to do just because we're used to so much stimulation and engagement from everything being in color. So once you put it in black and white, it makes it a lot less addicting. And this is a good way to get your screen time down a lot. To enable these settings on an iPhone, go to Settings, Accessibility, Display and Text Size, scroll down a little bit to Color Filters, and hit the toggle switch to On and select the top option for Grayscale. And to make it a shortcut, go to Settings, Accessibility, scroll down to Accessibility Shortcut, and then select Color Filters. This will make it so that whenever you triple click your lock button, you can toggle between grayscale and back to normal. If you have an Android like a Samsung Galaxy or Google Pixel, you can go to the description down below and I'll put the instructions on how to get into grayscale mode on those phones. A bonus pro tip is if you go back to color filters and you select the bottom option for color tint and you change the intensity all the way to the top, you can red shift the colors on your phone all the way red. As you can see, my phone is super red now. And this helps with eliminating blue light at night. So if you're trying to go to sleep, you're getting ready to go to sleep, you can shift your phone all the way red. So that way it doesn't stimulate your brain and make you try and stay awake when you're trying to go to sleep. You can also set a shortcut for this if you want, but I personally set mine to grayscale and I try to keep it in grayscale as much as I can. Sometimes I forget, but I try to do my best. Now, if everything being in black and white actually helped eliminate all distractions, then dogs would never get distracted. But we know that's not true, so that's why number 3 is also important, which is deleting social media apps off of your phone. I was inspired to try this out when I saw this clip of Floyd Mayweather talking about the importance of focus.
Do I got social media? Absolutely. But do I keep it on my phone? No, I don't. You got 24 hours in a day. 8 hours you sleep, right? And most people work a 9 to 5. So 8 hours you're working. Okay, so we had 16 hours. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we had 19? It take you an hour to get ready. So we had 20 hours. So you guys cannot spend 4 hours going talking about, oh, they lying. Oh, I like this photo. Oh, they faking. Sending photos to other people. Y'all got to get focused. I'm where I'm at because I'm focused. Tunnel vision. I'm focused on what I got to do.
Now, say what you want to about Floyd, but it's hard to deny he accomplished a lot in his boxing career, and I'm sure focusing played a big role in that. I think it's important to note that it's not like you have to delete all your social media accounts to do this. You just have to delete the apps off your phone. Even like Floyd said in that clip, yes, he still has a social media presence, he just doesn't have it on his phone. Because you can still use all these social media sites in most of the same ways on a desktop version. You can still scroll your feed, look at stories, respond to messages, and it's way less addicting because these social media apps have been specifically optimized for a phone screen. Every single pixel of the screen, whenever you're on YouTube Shorts or TikTok or Instagram Reels, has been tested and designed specifically to capture and hold your attention as long as possible. So whenever you're using these social media sites on a desktop, you'll probably find they're a lot less addicting. Of course, they still can be, but it definitely helps reduce your screen time a lot, not having these on your phone at all. An alternative, less extreme version of this that I personally do is deleting them off your phone during the week and then re-downloading them on the weekend. So whenever, Sunday afternoon or Monday comes around, delete all social media apps and any other distracting apps off of your phone so you can focus all week on your work or studying or whatever you do during the week. And then come Friday, maybe Saturday morning, then you can re-download them all so that you don't have to feel socially isolated. You can still message your friends, post your story, or do, whatever you want to do on social media. And then that way way you can strike a balance between staying focused during the week and still having that social aspect of social media. So this has been a huge help for me personally. Please try it out and let me know how it goes for you. Number 4 is cleaning off your desk. Space reflects mind, as they say, and having a cluttered workspace definitely increases the chances that you'll get distracted, especially if you have things on your desk with writing on them like sticky notes or a planner or a calendar with a to-do list. I would get all that stuff off your desk so it eliminates the chance that your attention will wander to one of those things on your desk. This also goes for your digital workspace too. Try and organize the desktop on your computer, put everything in folders so it's neat and tidy, close all the other browser tabs that you have open except for the one that you need to focus on. And as a bonus tip, face your desk toward a really boring wall with nothing on it. This is important to me because whenever I had my desk near the window, I would just be staring out the window all day because I'm super ADD and I just get distracted at any sort of movement outside. So for me personally, it's important that I have my desk in a really boring area of my room with a wall with really nothing on it. I think those setups in those big high rises with huge windows and amazing views are really cool. I personally would not be able to do that without getting distracted. So that's just a tip I want to throw out there. At number 5, we have the 10,000 hours poster. This helps me focus on my skill of choice, which you can see down here is martial arts. And you may have heard of the 10,000 hour rule, which states that if you practice something for 10,000 hours, you will become a master in it. And that's the premise behind this poster. It has exactly 10,000 squares on it. So every single hour of practice that I put into martial arts, I fill in one of these squares, and then it helps me have a visual tracker to see my progress. As you can see here, I've only done a couple hours. I've actually done more than that. I have to just fill them in. But I have another poster with borders on it that's a little smaller that I do for jiu-jitsu. This one is all martial arts, and I'm actually going to color coat the boxes to make a cool pixel art out of this one. I have a separate one for jiu-jitsu, and then this one is going to be different martial arts. So jiu-jitsu will be in black. I think I'll do boxing as red, or whatever colors I need to complete the pixel art. That's the idea behind the poster. If you want your own, you can click the first link in the description below. It helps out the channel a lot, and I would appreciate if you check it out. So thank you. Number 6 is shifting your perspective around how you see your phone. Your phone is here for you. It was designed as a tool to make you more effective and enhance your life. It's not supposed to be this parasitic relationship where it demands your time and attention away from you. That's what it's turned into for a lot of people, unfortunately, but that's not how it was meant to be. This mindset shift is really important because a big part of eliminating distractions is giving yourself permission to not answer everything immediately. If you don't answer someone's Instagram DM for a couple hours or even a couple days, the world is not going to end. Humans survived for thousands of years without cell phones, and we were just fine. Now, of course, there's emergencies and family stuff and things like that, but I just mean in general, there's no rule that says you have to answer your phone 24/7. And if there is, then you better be getting paid for it. A couple honorable mentions I want to throw out there are this Weapons of Mass Distractions phone case. Not sponsored or anything. I just think it's a cool product, and I really like the content that Maximize puts out on Instagram, so I just wanted to shout out that. And the other one is this thing called the Brick. Also want to be very clear, not sponsored. It's just a product I saw and I tried it out. It basically does the same thing as the software solutions like the app Opal or the built-in screen time restriction for iPhone. But the difference is with the software option, you can just click to get around it. Like you can just ignore or say, remind me in 15 minutes, and then you're already past the thing that's blocking you from using the app. But with this thing, you have to physically scan this device in order to unlock the apps. So if I open up the Brick app, it says tap to Brick, and then as you can see here, now it's bricked. So anything I've set as a distracting app, it'll disable. So if I try to use a distracting app, it says this is a distraction, and it physically won't let me use it unless I scan this thing again. And this is a really cool solution because you can put this somewhere else, like on the fridge, on the other side of your house, so that if you want to use any distracting app, you have to physically walk to the other side of your house to scan it and be able to open it. So this gives you an extra barrier, more of a barrier than those little software solutions where you can just click a button to get past them. So I think this is pretty cool. Brick, please sponsor me because I'm giving you a huge promotion here for free. But that's another solution I saw that I think is pretty cool. If you have any other methods that you use personally to eliminate distractions and stay focused, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment below. But that's it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.